He's a rapper, apparently, and he was signed to a record label, according to him, and he also deals drugs. He's a drug dealer, and was a gang member in a very, very, like, popular, not popular, but, like, big gang, like, a gang that, like, you don't want to fuck with them kind of thing, like. Hey guys, it's Gwen. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. What is up? We are here with another story time today. My favorite videos of all to make, and I'm sorry for the messy background. It has been one heck of a day today. I'm doing a lot all at once. So let's get into the story time. So today's video is all about this guy I met on a dating app. Long story short, he was a gang member and basically like made me take a drug I didn't want to take. We're gonna call this guy Red. So Red and I met on an app called Plenty of Fish. He sent me a couple messages, I sent him a couple messages. He was like, "You trying to smoke?" And like everyone knows that like I smoke for pain, and I'm like, I'm always down to smoke someone else's stash. Gets to my house and we say hi. He says that he took a drug and it's a pill, and I'm not gonna say exactly what it was, but I'm just gonna say it's kind of like a love drug, and it's definitely a party drug. This guy is intense, just the way he speaks, the way he acts, like it's very intense being around him. When I met him, I was very intimidated, and I just like sat there for a second in the car, and he told me that he was on this pill and handed me one and then put my hand to my mouth. So it's like, I don't like to call it force because I think that's a really serious thing to say, but at the same time, like, he didn't exactly give me the choice to not take it. Thank God I have a tolerance to certain medications. I have a tolerance with like a lot of things because I've been on so many opioids before in the past that like even party drugs like won't do anything to me, or at least not that I had felt. We are about 15 minutes out of my town and the car breaks down, and so we're in like the middle of the street. He's like panicking, screaming, like he's like, "We have to push it, I can't believe this happened, like oh my god." And I'm just sitting there, and he was like, "This guy can take us back, but can you pay $10 to him for taking us back?" And I was like, I guess. Like, I don't know what we were, like, I didn't think this was like a date. I just thought it was like us hanging out and like talking. But I definitely didn't plan to like spend money, if you know what I mean. He knew that the car he was driving like breaks down a lot, and he didn't have any sort of like backup plan or money or anything. And it's not like money's the most important thing, but it like in that moment it was kind of important that he couldn't get us out of the situation he kind of put us in. We get back to my house, and he says, "Can I drive your car to my place?" And I said yes. So we take my car, and he starts telling me about himself. He's a rapper, apparently, and he was signed to a record label, according to him, and he also deals drugs. He's a drug dealer, and was a gang member in a very, very like popular, not popular, but like big gang, like a gang that like you don't want to fuck with them kind of thing. Like, he said he was not an active gang member, and I was like, okay. But then after telling me that like he still deals, he's a rapper, like, not to stereotype rappers, but like some rappers are in gangs, and the way he acted, what he does, definitely seems like he was still active. I don't know that for sure, but he once was, and that's all that kind of matters. We get to his house, we do what we planned, and then I did not want to drive my car back. I was not sober. It was also late at night and in Portland, and I don't like driving in Portland like whatsoever. I'll do anything to avoid driving in Portland. And I was like, I'm gonna leave my car here, my friend is gonna take me home, can you bring it back in the morning? He says yes, and then asked me if he can use it to do errands because all of his cars are in the shop. Which, long story short, I don't think anything he told me was true other than like the illegal stuff he told me. I said that's fine because like I didn't really think about the fact that he said he had been in a gang. I didn't think about the fact that like he deals. Like I was just like, you know, what's the worst he could do? Like just driving my car. Oh boy. When I tell y'all that this man wrecked the front of my car, he wrecked the front of my car. Like it is like, my friend helped me clean everything up, but basically he asked me if he could use my car while it was staying at his house. I said yes, and I said, but can you bring back in the morning? Next morning comes, I text him and call him. He said, oh, I have to wait until 4 because I need someone to take me back. And I'm like, okay. 4 comes around, he still hasn't brought it back, and was like, oh, my friend bailed, I can't bring it back to you. And I was like, okay. And so finally me and my friend just drive there, and I end up driving the car back. I was so annoyed though. Like he was basically toying with us, saying that he would be on his way and then he wouldn't show up at all. So I get to my car. He put my keys underneath the seat when I asked him to just hang on to them until I got there because I didn't want a risk to my car. He put them under my seat. I get into my car and there's empty alcohol bottles, there's like drug paraphernalia everywhere, there's trash. There's cups. Both seats were adjusted, which means that he had 2 people in my car, or no, he had like another person in my car with him, which I definitely did not say was okay. He was also supposed to put gas in it for using it, and I knew how much was left in there when I left it, and when I got to it, it was on past empty. Look, I had to go to a gas station like right next to me and get it filled, otherwise like it would have stopped. Nothing was cleaned up, there was no gas in my car. I was pissed, like I took pictures. So basically I went on a date with a gang member, I guess. It turned out really weird. Like we don't talk anymore, he's blocked on my cell phone, and yeah, no, it was just a terrible, like this happened over a 48-hour period, so it was a really terrible like 2 days, and then it took me like 3 or 4 days to recover from, like, I had to spend money on him, I had to walk around with him, I had to like clean up the front part of my car, and like if y'all don't know this, like the back part of my car is really messy, but I try to keep the front part clean, and he just destroyed the front part of my car. It really made me like self-reflect on like how naive and like quickly I was ready to like let someone use my car and like be in possession of it and not know what they're actually doing with it or who's in it or anything. So I'm not doing that again. Yeah, so Bad Decisions by Gwen, we love it, we stan. That's today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like and subscribe. We are on the road to 1K. We so ready to be to 1K, y'all. I'm gonna go live, posting lots of videos. Post every Tuesday and Friday, so subscribe, hit the little bell, and I'll see you all next week.